Most people started hearing about this movie in the past few weeks, but this was actually on my most anticipated list of the entire year, 2016. Jennifer Lawrence, Chris Pratt, director of The Imitation Game. Sounds like a winning combo to me. Passengers. So this movie stars Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, as I already mentioned, and they are two passengers who are woken up on a spacecraft traveling to a different planet where humans will inhabit 120 years after their voyage sets out. The only issue is that they both wake up 90 years too early, and they kind of have to deal with that throughout the course of this movie. And I'm not going to reveal what it is, but there's kind of this twist that you guys are probably hearing about online that does make the movie slightly different than that pitch I just gave to you. And I'll talk about that a little bit later in this review, but for the most part, know that for me, it didn't detract from the enjoyment of this movie, because this movie was enjoyable. First of all, Chris Pratt, I really liked him in this movie. This guy adds a lot of gravitas to this movie. His performance is more layered than you would expect, and I thought his character was really interesting. On the opposite hand, Jennifer Lawrence was entertaining to watch. I didn't find her character to be, insanely deep. I think that, other actresses could have played her as well. She didn't particularly add anything special to the role. She's one of my favorite actresses working today, don't get me wrong, but overall, I thought that Chris Pratt was just a more layered character, and maybe that just comes down to the writing, but overall, the two of them did play off each other well, so maybe she was worth having in the movie. Maybe those two were there for their great chemistry with each other. So overall, I liked their chemistry. She wasn't as great as Pratt, but that might just be due to her character. But anyway, I think that the story overall, this whole thing, is pretty good. I think it's an entertaining story that I personally just had fun with. This movie is not going for Oscars by any means. Do not let the release date fool you. I think this movie could have come out in August, September, and I think it would have found a bigger type of audience, a better following, I guess. More people to enjoy it, because it really is just it's like a 3-act structure, very straightforward sci-fi adventure, and more so than sci-fi adventure, it's a romantic comedy, and you just go in, you get some laughs, you get some good heart between Pratt and Lawrence, and then you've got your little sci-fi twist towards the end of it, and that's what you get in this movie. Very simple movie, except for, again, that one thing, the thing that, again, makes this movie not what it was marketed to be. And I won't say what it is, but the first 20 minutes, this thing happens that makes you realize this isn't the movie I thought it was going to be. This isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, what I was going to be watching, and it's like the movie is centered around that thing, but at the same time, it was just kind of uncomfortable in the movie. It feels like it could have been executed in a different way, or maybe they could have handled it a little bit differently. So I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to come to terms with how I felt about that. It didn't. Again, the movie was enjoyable, and that's my word for this movie, is enjoyable. And it didn't detract from my enjoyment of watching these two on screen do their little sci-fi thing, and the two having good chemistry together. But it was just kind of this uncomfortable, awkward piece of the movie. And if you see it, you'll know what I mean, how it just felt kind of uncomfortable, and it was an uncomfortable thing that kept being brought up. I don't know. But I do personally think that the good outweighs the bad in this movie. I don't think there was any point that was too uncomfortable, or the Jennifer Lawrence thing I didn't think was too bad or anything like that. I enjoyed this movie. I thought, again, the chemistry was good. The comic relief was really good in the movie too. Michael Sheen as the android was good. And I think that, maybe I'm in the minority, but I think you guys should check this one out. I'm going to end up giving it a B. I think that it's a solid movie. Nothing particularly special. Again, no Oscar consideration of this movie whatsoever. But again, I thought it was a solid movie to kind of round out the year with, and I was not disappointed by it the way I was with some other of my most anticipated of the year. But guys, those are just my thoughts on Passengers. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. You guys can also go over to mymoviethoughts.com for tons more posts from me. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more posts from me as well, and follow me on Twitter. I am at John M. Hayeck. You guys can like this video, comment on it, share it around with some friends. I am John Hayeck, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching.